Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Motion Designer Reacts. I'm Ryan Walker with Chomp Studio, and today we got another awesome animation to check out. Hot off the heels of that awesome facial motion capture that we saw from Cyberpunk, a lot of you commented that I need to check out this trailer and compare the two because everyone said that I'm going to absolutely love it. And as we like to do around here, the first half of the video, let's just check out the trailer. I'll try not to talk over it too much. In the second half of the video, let's break down some of the things that we like from the cinematic. So let's jump back into the world of Warcraft and let's check out this cinematic trailer for The War Within. Very cinematic. Yeah, facial hair and skin looks great. That's sand. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Wow. They knew they had amazing facial mocap. That's why they're focusing on it so much.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time.
He looks great too.
We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
Man, the irises?
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions.
Little lightning in the background, that was cool.
You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately.
Oh my gosh.
Something, someone is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream.
Wow.
Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again.
Gosh, they look so good.
My son.
I am not that person anymore! I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
This is amazing.
You are not your past, Anduin.
Very nice.
I trust you.
So many subtle details. It's ridiculous.
Hear me.
They're getting worse.
I love that sunset background.
Whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet.
So good.
But that sword was aimed at someone.
That is a massive sword. Okay, yeah, I mean, the facial mocap, I can definitely see why after the Cyberpunk trailer, a lot of people recommend to check this one out, because, I mean, I thought the Cyberpunk trailer was just the epitome of the best sort of facial mocap that we have at the time, and then not even like, I mean, what has it been, maybe a month? I mean, right on the heels of that, we had this amazing animation from Blizzard. So let's go back and take a look at a few of those things inside the scene. Obviously, we're gonna look a lot at their face, and just sort of pick out the things that make it look absolutely amazing. So even from the very beginning, this first shot is just such a beautiful sand landscape. And in all of these shots, I've had to watch it a few times because there's subtle details in every single shot. There's subtle movements of the sand and subtle movement of the grass and the foliage that just makes it feel realistic and lifelike. And it's just so well done. And I love how they started this off. Beautiful sunset, really great shot here. And then throughout the piece within the first 10 seconds, they know they have amazing facial and animation mocap here, because we are going around the character's face, looking at his ears, his hair, and obviously we move around to the front of his face, we start looking at the eyes. They did just such a great job in detailing from the hair, the beard, the eyes, the iris, everything, and they know they have it made here. So they're just showing off all that we're about to see with these beautiful close-ups of the amazing 3D model that they've made here. And then this first full facial reveal that we get, we're noticing that the eyes, the iris, the detail of his cheekbones, I mean, that area right around the eyes is kind of the window to everything, right? That's where we can get our uncanny valley feeling. That's where it can feel kind of weird. But so far, just in this, if you took a still frame of this and just looked at it, you would think that this could be a real person on a real set. It looks absolutely amazing. And we're going to keep referencing this a lot, but it's all about what's happening in his eyes here. The subtle eyelashes, the little bit of the crease, the fold of his eyelid. It's just making this feel so realistic, and it really truly is amazing. It's really competing against Idris Elba and Cyberpunk trailer for just how amazing this facial technology is coming so quickly. And I'm just really loving the shallow depth of field, and all the camera work is just making it feel super realistic. And then the subtle blink and the looking back forward. This whole thing is just, it's blowing my mind. I'm just so amazed with this, and I'm loving every second of this. So when he starts speaking, I still think it really holds up really well. They're making some very smart creative decisions, and I'm not too familiar with World of Warcraft, so I don't know if the character always has a mustache and a beard and stuff like this, but the muscles and everything that's around the upper and lower lips, that's a really easy way to give away a person and kind of get into that uncanny valley feeling of that something isn't just right. And I feel like they already have done a really great job with all the muscles and how everything is moving in the lips. But I think whether it was a creative decision or not, the beard and the mustache is a great way to organically cover up any of those flaws that could happen. And I think it's just a really great creative choice. On top of that, the beard, his hair, everything has these subtle fiber movements that just makes it feel even more realistic. And I hate to keep saying it over and over, but it's just, this is amazing, and it's so well done. Kudos to all the artists that worked on this. Even our green friend here, he looks amazing. Upper lip is still doing really good with those muscles. And what I really took away from him is I love the beard of his hair and the very kind of wild, stringy gray hairs that he has. I just feel like I could, if I was to grab that, I would know exactly how that feels. And it just feels so high detail. Little bit of interspersing of the gray makes it feel realistic, and he's looking amazing as well. They also showed a couple of shots of it, but his armor, but also specifically the feel of his leather gloves. I mean, it just feels so realistic. And I always joke about this. I joked about this with League of Legends. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this is actual real props or real costuming that they could sort of sneak in here and paint over or CGI over, because some of this stuff is just looking absolutely amazing. Another quick mention of the hair. The side profile shot looks amazing, and the back of his hair is fluttering in the wind a little bit. And you know, we can't see the wind, but we can see the effects of the wind, and it's just giving it more life and more realism to it, and it's so well done. Another quick shout out too, I love this overall sand environment with the sun setting. It just gives it that perfect golden hour feel, great lighting choice, and it just feels integrated and realistic into the whole scene. Obviously, you have to call out this scene of him putting his fingers in the sand. I swear that hand is CG and that sand is real, because it looks amazing. The particle work that's being done here Whether it's real or not, I feel like some real footage could be put on top of this to integrate this more because it just looks so real. Shallow depth of field, nice camera work. You know, if the camera was down close to the sand, his hands like that, that's exactly how that depth of field would feel. And it just, again, all these little elements making it feel so realistic that you're getting lost in this cinematic with all these little details. And again, I love the scene going back to the close-ups of the eyes. He's getting really emotional. You can see the eyes are getting red, he's getting emotional, fighting back all those feelings. And the way they made the glossiness increase over his eyes, you believe that he's on the verge of holding back tears. There's a little bit more red veins inside the creases of the eyes. That's another super photorealistic thing. And I just think in this, with the acting and the facial mocap, I would love to see a behind the scenes of this. It's so believable and so realistic. And this is, again, Blizzard's just knocking the cinematics out of the park. In this final shot where we see this massive sword in the background, expanding our sand landscape, we got these beautiful clouds with the sunset. Even though this whole scene and this whole cinematic, the environment's very simple in the thought that it's just a one shot sort of setup like you would do on a film shoot, the amount of detail in the characters and all those little micro details from the sand, the dust, the eyes, all that stuff, it just brings us through the whole cinematic. And even though it's not super action packed and a ton of things happen, those details and that realistic feeling cinematic that we're getting, for me, it just sucks me in, and I could watch this stuff all day, even though it's not high action like I was mentioning. It just goes to show that incorporating those little extra details, those little secondary, third sort of details in our cinematics can really bring it to life and take it a step above. And those details shown through the passion can really carry through the animation. So kind of a shorter one in a lot of ways, but a lot of happening in the cinematic. And I'm so glad that people sent me this, and to compare it to Cyberpunk is just perfect. And these two animations, these two cinematics are just an epitome of where facial mocap is going, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the future. So once again, guys, thanks for checking this out and recommending this video. And as I always like to end these videos, I will see you in the next Motion Design Reacts video. Have a great one, guys.